G'day, Professor Joseph Drew. As you guys know, when we write in the scholarly literature, we have to produce robust empirical evidence to support what we're saying. In this video, I'll go through 5 facts that most of you probably don't know. They'll be interesting. Please leave a comment at the end to tell me how many of them you did know. Thank you. So these are all from peer-reviewed journals, some of the best journals in the world, all A-ranked journals, and I've just cut and paste the empirical evidence straight out of those journals, and you could look up the papers yourself for full details. Now, the first fact is that population growth reduces financial sustainability, quite contrary to what most people are thinking. A lot of local governments are desperately trying to stimulate growth because they think it will make them more sustainable. But the facts of the matter is, when we do econometrics on our 9-year panel data, the complete opposite actually is the case. Fact number 2, bigger councils are actually less financially sustainable. In this particular paper, I used the New South Wales local government financial sustainability ratios. I regressed that against size, and what did we find? A negative association, which means that as councils get bigger, their financial sustainability ratios took a nosedive, and that was at the 1% level of statistical certainty. It's about as sure of a result as you can ever be on any matter. Now, in this particular paper, we use a thing called PCA to reduce the financial sustainability ratios. And what that means is that if you had slightly different ratios, you get the same answer. It makes it really, really robust. And this must be really disturbing for commercial consultants and people that have led so-called evidence-based inquiries in the past, who have run around and said small councils can't be sustainable, because the facts, and this is what we deal with in scholarly circles, facts, not opinion, the facts say completely the opposite. Fact number 3, the more heterogeneous your community is, the less efficient your local government will be. Now, this flies in the face of some of the literature in America, but we work in a completely different context with completely different revenue and expenditure structures in Australia, so it's hardly surprising. And in the paper, I go into the full details of this. What is heterogeneity? Differences. And this particular difference we're looking at is differences in wages. So the more gap there is between your top income earners and your bottom income earners, the less efficient your council will be. It's pretty clear why from the decentralisation theorem. If you've got really rich people in your local government area and really poor people in your local government area, how do you decide what level of service to put in? You either over-service what the poor people are prepared to pay and able to pay and may want, or you under-service what the richer people are prepared to pay and may be demanding. It presents a real problem, and this is something that we need to put an awful lot more thought into when we're designing local government boundaries, particularly around amalgamations and the like. We need homogeneous communities, people who are similar, because when we have people that are similar, it's easier for us to find out what they want, and it's easier for us to provide a standard level of services that meets everyone's needs and capacity to pay. Fact number 4, wards and directly elected mayors actually increase unit costs, i.e. reduce efficiency. So here's a copy out of a paper at UAR, one of the best journals in Europe, showing you that for each ward you have, your unit costs go up by about 3.4%. And that's quite a significant finding. It's statistically significant at 1% level, but it's actually significance in terms of being quite materially. It's adding a lot to your costs. And there's good theoretical reasons for that. Directly elected mayors, it's an even more startling finding. In a paper that was published recently by us, we showed that directly elected mayors increase costs by over 10%. And there's very good theoretical reasons for that too. Both of these are based on long panels of robust data using sophisticated grown-up econometric techniques and are largely beyond dispute. And fact number 5, economies of scale don't exist in most rural local government areas. The thing that dominates for rural local governments is economies of density, i.e. how close the houses are to each other. Because of course that's going to determine how long your roads are, how long your water pipes are, how long you drive your rubbish trucks between places. Of course it's going to have a huge impact on your cost structure. And for local government, density is such a major issue that it swamps any potential for economies of scale. So this is a finding of major significance that's completely opposite of the opinions that we keep hearing from self-professed experts. Once again, scholars have to deal in the world of reality and robust empirical evidence and facts, and the facts say that economies of scale just don't exist in rural areas. So, how many of these 5 facts did you know? I'd be very curious to find out. If you like, we can continue to play in this game. There's another 10 facts that I can think of that most people probably don't know. Facts are supported by robust empirical evidence. They are at extreme odds with the opinions that I keep hearing all the time from self-professed experts and some people in the community and some people in local government. Look, if it's been helpful, please help me. The only thing I want to do is help others by providing them with good information so they can make decisions. I can't do that unless you help me by flicking these videos on, by liking the videos, and by subscribing. Thank you very much for your time. Goodbye.